Selecting the Custom Encounter Slip tab, this is where you're able to customize the encounter slip the practice uses. So rather than using the standard slip, you can instead tailor it to suit your practice. To be able to use the Custom Encounter Slip, you need to first select it under the Form/Form Numbers tab. We can choose from the drop-down, so the Encounter Slip drop-down, changing it from Standard to Custom. If it's not changed to Custom, then it won't print the slip that you've built. And now we can come back into the Custom Encounter Slip and decide what we want to put in here. In this tab we can see that anything that has a bracket around it means that it's a merge field. So for example here, whichever provider the patient is booked with, so booked to see, it will pick up their provider name and enter it in here. To use a merge field, you need to click on the Insert option and then select one of the relevant options from the list. We could select age, and what that would do is insert the patient age into the encounter slip. So that means that any patient that the encounter slip prints out for, it's now going to show the age of that individual patient on the encounter slip. So there's a range of different inserts we can use, and these all come under different filters. For example, I could put in the practice's phone number. So to do this, I would firstly need to change the filter to show location keywords. So here are all the different filters, and I want to put in information about the practice, so the location, so I'm going to click on location keyword. It's under this filter that I'll find the location phone number, and there I can see it there, that insert that will put in the practice phone number into the encounter slip. Along the top you have the option to change the font of the encounter slip, so you can change the style, make it bold, italic, underlined, anything that you want you can change along this top bar here. The next tab is the Printing Options tab. This tab is a fairly recent addition, and it allows you to add a header and a footer to show on your reports and documents. It also gives the practice the opportunity to have a disclaimer page. Once this is ticked, you're able to edit the text and change the font and style of your disclaimer page. When you're finished editing, you can then decide which documents or which reports you want a header, footer and disclaimer page to print out on. So if I click on the Reports tab, I'll see a list of reports I can add these to. So for example, if I wanted to put a footer on the appointment reminder, I put a tick in this middle column, and that would add it to the appointment reminder. And if I wanted to put a disclaimer page on my reports, I just need to put a tick in there as well. Coming across to documents, here's a list of the documents we can add it to, so this is quite a longer list. And it's just a matter of putting those ticks in to add it to the document. So we can just go through, select the document that you like, and put the header, footer or disclaimer page against it. So just by putting a tick in each line, it'll add it to that document. What you can also do is choose the right click option, and this will actually allow you to select the whole column. So I've now added a footer to all the documents. Rather than going through and select them one by one, I've just right click and select all. And you can use that right click option to unselect all as well. The location setup allows you to create a logo for the practice. So coming up to the logo tab, this is where you would design the logo for the practice, and again you can change the font style and type in here as well. Here's where you select which reports you want this logo to show on. A tick in here and I've added it to the encounter slip. You have the option to skip lines, so if you're printing on paper that already has a logo or something along the top of it, you can select to print this logo a little further down. So if I was to put a 3 in here, now on the invoice receipt report it will print 3 lines down. The next tab we're going to cover is the Labels tab.